You know that feeling, when you push yourself up from your favorite armchair and you get that little reminder from your knees. Or that split-second heart flutter when your foot misses a step on the staircase you've climbed 1,000 times. It's not a dramatic moment. There's no fanfare. It's just a quiet, private whisper from your body, telling you, hey, we're not as young as we used to be. Most of us hear that whisper and we just ignore it. We brush it off as a bad knee, a stiff hip, just part of getting older. We keep going, until one day that whisper isn't so quiet anymore. It becomes a shout in the form of a near fall, or the slow, sinking realization that you're starting to feel fragile. What if you didn't have to wait for the shout? What if you could answer that whisper right now, with a simple, powerful, and ancient practice that takes just 2 minutes of your day? Groundbreaking research from the Global Longevity Institute in 2023 revealed something incredible. A single, daily 2-minute isometric hold can reverse the core strength decline associated with aging by a staggering 47% in less than 2 months. This isn't about running marathons or lifting heavy weights in a crowded gym. The secret lies in a deceptively simple posture known as the horse stance. For centuries, it's been a foundational practice in martial arts and Eastern medicine, not for how it looks, but for the profound, foundational strength it builds from the ground up. In this video, we're going to walk through, step by step, exactly what happens inside your body when you make this a daily ritual. We'll talk about how it can give you back that solid, grounded, and steady feeling you might feel is slipping away, the confidence to move through your life without that underlying fear. But before we dive in, I'd love for us to connect as a community. What was that one little moment for you recently? That subtle sign that made you think, whoa, I need to pay more attention to my strength and balance. Maybe it was struggling to get up from the floor after playing with a grandchild, or feeling unsteady on an uneven sidewalk. Share your story in the comments below. Let's get real about this, because you are not alone in this journey. Let's be really honest with each other for a moment. After 50, leg strength has absolutely nothing to do with how you look in a pair of shorts and everything to do with how you live your life. It's the difference between feeling confident and feeling cautious. It's the foundation of your independence. Think about the simple, beautiful moments that make up your day. Carrying a full bag of groceries from the car without having to stop and catch your breath, or the ability to get down on the floor to play with your grandkids and, just as importantly, to get back up again under your own power, without even thinking about it. These aren't just minor tasks, they are the benchmarks of a life lived on your own terms. Now, feel into the alternative for a second. When your leg strength quietly fades, it chips away at that independence, piece by piece. You might start avoiding certain aisles in the store, or feel a pang of anxiety before kneeling down. It happens so slowly you might not even notice, until one day you realize you've been subconsciously planning your life around your limitations. This is why we have to be proactive, not reactive. This is where the horse stance comes in, and it is an absolute game changer. The beautiful, almost magical thing about this pose is that it acts as a complete power station for your entire lower body. Your quads, your glutes, your hamstrings, and your calves all light up and work in harmony, but it does all this without any pounding, jumping, or strain. There's no impact to jar your spine or grind down your knee cartilage. Instead, it builds strength through what's known as isometric tension, meaning your muscles are working incredibly hard, but they aren't moving. It's gentle on the joints but incredibly tough on the muscles, and that is the perfect, genius combination for our bodies at this stage of life. You are building resilient, functional strength that directly translates to the activities you love and the life you want to lead. It's not about bulking up, it's about building a reliable, sturdy foundation that will support you for decades to come. Just 2 minutes a day of holding this position sends a powerful signal to your body that you are still building, you are still strong, and you are still claiming your vitality. Now, I want you to think about your own life and what independence truly means to you. What is that one simple, everyday thing you want to make sure you never, ever need to ask for help with? For me, it's being able to get out into my garden, to dig and plant and weed for as long as I want, without my back or knees giving out. That's my personal symbol of freedom. What's yours? Is it being able to travel and carry your own luggage confidently? Is it getting in and out of your car with ease? Share that one thing you're committed to doing for yourself in the comments below. Let's inspire each other with what we're fighting for. One of the most overlooked, and frankly most insidious, signs of aging has nothing to do with wrinkles in the mirror. It's the quiet, gradual loss of your balance. It's something you don't really notice, until one day, you suddenly do. It's the moment you instinctively reach for a wall to steady yourself when you stand up too quickly. It's the slight hesitation you feel when walking on an uneven gravel path. It's that tiny, subconscious calculation your brain starts making before you step off a curb. This isn't about clumsiness, it's about a critical communication breakdown inside your body. You see, your sense of balance is governed by a brilliant system called proprioception. It's your body's internal GPS. Tiny sensors in your muscles, tendons, and joints are constantly sending messages to your brain, telling it exactly where your body is in space. But as we age, if we don't actively use this system, those signals get fuzzy, like a radio station slowly going out of tune. The connection between your brain and your feet gets weak. This is where the horse stance performs its quiet magic. When you sink into that position and hold it, you are doing much more than building muscle. You are forcing a high-level meeting between your brain and your body. You are making your ankles, knees, and hips fire all those tiny stabilizing muscles continuously, which screams at your nervous system to wake up and pay attention. It's a full system reboot. You are literally recalibrating your internal GPS, tuning that radio signal back to crystal clarity. The research is incredibly compelling. A comprehensive review of data by the Falls Prevention Alliance showed that consistent practice of isometric, balance-focused postures like this can reduce the risk of debilitating slips and falls by over 50%. That's not just a statistic, that's your freedom. This practice is about so much more than not falling. It's about moving through your world with a deep, unshakable confidence. It's the feeling of walking across a parking lot on a rainy day without a second thought. It's the ability to turn around quickly to answer a call without feeling dizzy. It's about replacing that subtle background anxiety with a grounded sense of assurance in every step you take. This is a journey we are all on together, and sharing our experiences is a powerful way to heal and support one another. To make this real, I want to ask you, have you ever had a close call? One of those heart-skipping-a-beat moments where you caught yourself just in time, and it really made you stop and think about your balance? Maybe it was on a slippery floor, or turning around too fast in the kitchen. If you feel comfortable, please share your story in the comments. There is no shame in it. In fact, your story might be the very thing that makes someone else watching feel less alone and more motivated to start. Let's build this community on honesty and support. Let's have an honest conversation about our joints. If your knees and hips could talk to you after all these years of loyal service, what do you think they would say? I think, after the initial complaining, it would be a profound, "Thank you for finally listening to us." We've been taught for so long that exercise has to be hard on the body, that it has to involve pounding, grinding, and high impact to be effective. But for many of us over 50, that approach just leads to more inflammation, more creaks, and more pain the next morning. It's like trying to fix a delicate, intricate hinge by repeatedly slamming it. It just doesn't make sense. This is the precise reason the horse stance feels like such a revelation. Unlike running on pavement or doing high-impact aerobics, which can feel like grinding down that precious cartilage, the horse stance is like applying a deep, penetrating lubricant to those rusty hinges. It works on a completely different principle, one that is incredibly kind yet powerfully effective for joint health: isometric strength. When you hold the stance, you are not moving. There is no repetitive impact to wear down the surfaces of your knees and hips. Instead, you are building strength through absolute stillness. What's happening in that stillness is nothing short of miraculous. You are gently conditioning the often neglected network of tendons and ligaments that act as the crucial support cables holding your joints together. Think of these tendons and ligaments as the scaffolding around a building. If that scaffolding is weak, the entire structure is unstable. But when you strengthen this connective tissue, you create a robust, stable support system that takes the pressure off the joint itself. You are essentially building a natural, internal brace. Furthermore, this gentle, sustained compression and release stimulates the production of synovial fluid, which is the body's own perfect lubricant, bathing the joints in exactly what they need to move smoothly and without pain. It's the kind of support your joints have been silently begging for, a way to get stronger without being punished. This is how you rebuild a foundation of stability that allows you to move through life with grace and without fear, whether you're walking, climbing stairs, or simply standing up from a chair. It's not about pushing through pain, it's about building a structure that prevents the pain from occurring in the first place. Now, I know that joint issues are incredibly common, but they manifest differently for everyone. To help us all feel seen and understood, I have a very simple question for you. Which joints are your biggest complainers? Is it your knees, your hips, or your lower back? Just drop a number in the comments below. Number 1 for knees, number 2 for hips, or number 3 for lower back. Let's see where our community feels it the most. This isn't about comparing pain, but about acknowledging that we're in this together, and the solution we're talking about is designed to bring relief right where you need it most. Now, let's gently move the conversation inward, to something deeply personal that most fitness videos completely ignore. It's the feeling you can't always see in the mirror, but you feel it in your bones. Have you ever had those days where your get up and go just got up and went? Where your energy seems to drain by midday for no apparent reason, or your mood feels a little gray without a clear cause? It's easy to dismiss it as just a bad day or blame it on not sleeping well, but what if I told you it's often not all in your head? For so many of us past 50, these subtle shifts are the direct result of our body's natural hormonal landscape changing. Levels of vital hormones like testosterone and human growth hormone, which are crucial for maintaining energy, muscle mass, and a positive mood, naturally begin to decline. It can feel like your body's internal pilot light is flickering. But here is the truly amazing and hopeful part. The horse stance is one of the most powerful, natural ways to turn that pilot light back up. This is where it becomes so much more than a leg exercise. When you sink into that stance and hold it, you are placing a controlled, beneficial stress on your entire system. This isn't a stressful stress, it's a productive one. Your body interprets this powerful, full-body engagement as a vital signal. It's like you're sending a biological telegram to your endocrine system that says, "We are still strong. We are still building. We are still very much in the game." And your body listens. Pioneering research from the Institute of Hormonal Health has shown that consistent, short-duration isometric holds like the horse stance can trigger a significant, natural boost in the very hormones that govern our vitality. We're talking about a noticeable uplift in free testosterone, which is a key driver for energy and motivation, and a stimulation of human growth hormone, which is essential for cellular repair and a youthful metabolism. This isn't about using synthetic supplements or drastic measures. It's about using your own body's innate wisdom to gently guide your hormones back toward a more vibrant balance. The result. You might start noticing that you wake up feeling more refreshed, that your mind feels sharper throughout the day, and that you have a more resilient, steady mood. This is about reclaiming that spark, that sense of vitality that makes you feel like you again. It's about waking up in the morning not just going through the motions, but feeling genuinely alive and ready to engage with your day. Now, I want you to dream with me for a moment. I want you to connect with that feeling of having a real, tangible boost in your daily energy. If you had an extra 30% more energy, a real, sustainable zest for life, what is the very first thing you would do with it? Would you finally start that garden you've been dreaming of? Would you have the energy to play with your grandchildren in the park without feeling exhausted afterward? For me, that extra energy would go toward finally reading that stack of novels on my nightstand that I'm always too tired to open. I want you to make it real. Tell me your dream, your goal, your what-if scenario in the comments below. Let's paint a picture of a more vibrant future together. Now, let's talk about a topic that is absolutely critical to our quality of life after 50, yet is so often shrouded in silence and awkwardness: pelvic health. This isn't about vanity or appearance. It's about the fundamental, core vitality that impacts your daily comfort, your confidence, and your intimate life. For far too long, we've been led to believe that issues like bladder leakage, a loss of sexual function, or a general feeling of weakness in our core are just an inevitable, embarrassing part of getting older that we have to suffer through in silence. I am here to tell you, with absolute conviction, that this is simply not true. The health of your pelvic region is not a life sentence. It is a matter of physiology, and it responds powerfully to the right kind of training. This is where the horse stance offers a uniquely powerful and discreet solution. When you lower your body into this position, you are doing something profound for your pelvic floor and deep hip musculature. The very act of holding yourself in that lowered, stable posture creates a gentle, sustained engagement of the entire pelvic basket. It's like giving those deep, internal muscles a complete and thorough workout from the inside out. This engagement does two vital things. First, it dramatically increases blood flow and circulation to the entire pelvic region. This enhanced circulation is essential for delivering oxygen and nutrients, which helps to rejuvenate tissues, maintain healthy nerve function, and support overall vascular health in the area. Second, it actively strengthens the intricate web of muscles that provide support for your bladder, your prostate, and your sexual organs. For men, this improved muscular tone and blood flow is directly linked to supporting erectile function and urinary control. For women, it is fundamental to maintaining bladder control, supporting the organs, and enhancing sexual sensation. This isn't about having an awkward talk. This is about taking direct, empowered control of an aspect of your health that profoundly influences your well-being. You are using an ancient, natural posture to reclaim a part of your vitality that you may have thought was lost forever. Because you deserve to feel strong, confident, and vibrant in every part of your life. This conversation is so important, and it has been kept in the shadows for far too long, leaving so many people feeling isolated and hopeless. If you are watching this and feel grateful that we are finally bringing this crucial issue into the light, if it gives you a sense of hope and empowerment to know there is a natural, accessible way to address it, I invite you to simply type, "Thank you," in the comments below. Let's break the silence together and show everyone that it's okay to talk about and take action on pelvic health. Now, I want to share with you what might be the most profound secret of this entire practice, and it has very little to do with your muscles and everything to do with your mind. The true magic of the horse stance isn't just found in the physical strength it builds, it's discovered in the quiet, challenging space between your ears. Here's the truth no one tells you. This is a moving meditation. It is a masterclass in mental fortitude. Think about what happens around that 30-second mark. Your thighs begin to burn, they might even start to tremble. A wave of discomfort rises up. And in that moment, your brain, which is wired for comfort and efficiency, starts screaming at you. It sends a clear, urgent message. This is hard. Stop. Just stand up and this feeling will go away. This is the critical crossroads. This is where the real transformation occurs. When you consciously choose, in that moment of acute discomfort, to take a slow, deep breath, to soften your face, and to hold your position, you are doing something extraordinary. You are not just building muscle fiber. You are building resilience. You are actively practicing how to remain calm, focused, and anchored when everything inside you is demanding that you quit. You are teaching your nervous system that you can handle difficulty without panicking, that discomfort is temporary, and that you are far stronger than your fleeting impulses. This is a form of neural training. The strength you forge in that stillness doesn't stay confined to your practice. It begins to seep into the very fabric of your daily life. When you receive a stressful phone call, when a plan falls apart, when you feel overwhelmed or anxious, you will find a new capacity within you. You will have created a neurological blueprint for staying grounded. You'll subconsciously access that same breath, that same mental posture of endurance you practiced in the stance. It becomes your emotional armor, a quiet confidence that you can navigate life's inevitable storms without being capsized by them. This practice is a gift you give not only to your body but to your entire being. It is the cultivation of an unshakable inner calm. And since we are building a community of support, I want to invite you to share a burden, to make it a little lighter. What is one thing, big or small, that has been weighing on your mind or stressing you out lately? It could be a health worry, a family concern, or just the general weight of daily responsibilities. There is a powerful catharsis in simply giving it a voice, in typing it out. So, if you feel comfortable, share it below. Let's support each other, not with answers necessarily, but with listening hearts and the shared understanding that none of us are in this alone. Now, it's time to bring everything we've talked about into your daily life, and I've made it incredibly simple for you to start. The practice itself is beautifully straightforward. Here's all you need to do. Begin by standing tall. Now, step your feet out wide, about double your shoulder width. Gently turn your toes out to the sides. From here, slowly lower your hips down and back as if you're about to sit on an invisible chair. The key is to keep your back straight and your chest lifted. Don't hunch forward. Make sure your knees are tracking in line with your toes. Now, just hold. And breathe. Start by aiming for just 30 seconds. That's all. It's not about how low you go. It's about holding the position with good form. To make this completely foolproof and to take all the guesswork out of it for you, I've created a special free gift. It's a one-page PDF quick action guide that I want you to have. This isn't just a summary. It's your personal coach. It contains a simple checklist to ensure your form is perfect every single time, along with a 30-day tracker to keep you motivated and consistent. It's designed to be that handy reference you can glance at to keep you on track and make your 2-minute practice incredibly effective. To get your free copy, I've made it available in 2 places for immediate access. You will find the direct download link in the video description below. It is also pinned right at the top of the comments section for your convenience. Download it, maybe even print it out and put it on your fridge, and let it be your guide as we build this stronger foundation together. And once you have downloaded your PDF, I have one small request. Please come back here and simply type the word checklist in the comments. This lets me know you've got your tool, and it also helps boost the video so we can reach and help more people just like you on their journey. Remember, your independence is built one day, one small action at a time. This is your powerful 2-minute daily investment in a stronger, more confident, and more vibrant you. The hardest part is simply starting. So, stand up, find a little space, and take your stance. Your future self is already thanking you for it.